Hey guys, happy holidays. Welcome to Solo Dolo Sports Facebook page, Solo Dolo Sports on YouTube. We're here. Reggie Wilson, career mode, Madden 21. I don't got Madden 22 because Madden 22 kind of sucks. I don't want to pay full price for it, so I'm on EA Play, which I didn't know this. They've changed EA Play where you have to go into their Ultimate Game Pass or whatever to have EA Play. You know, money scheme. Gotta love subscription services, but it is what it is. Extra, I think I pay like $14, and I think I was paying like $5 a month. So now I'm paying like $14 a month. I don't care. It is what it is. I mean, this state of modern gaming nowadays. No more buying physical copies. Now you do subscription. I mean, because you're going to buy a game, you're going to have like the game, but it's supported by online features and services. So basically, you know, you're paying for a physical copy. Physical media is dead. Back, gone are the days where when you bought a game and the game was complete and it was your game. It's not like that anymore, unfortunately. But let's get off the bad news. Merry Christmas to you guys. I'm on it's Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. On the 23rd. Tomorrow's, of course, is actual Christmas Eve, and then we're on Christmas. So, Merry Christmas to you guys. Thought I'd get into some Madden and some Reggie Wilson. Been so focused on Supercharger that, you know, kind of Madden and all my other series have gone by the wayside. But the Supercharger season is over. Off-season video coming for that pretty soon, probably in the new year, because I got to do a lot of things in the draft, so I can make sure players I want to get drafted, highlight players from the season, so I can drag them over into my idea for my Titans franchise to come back. Tennessee Titans franchise is coming back, but it's going to be a different series. So I already have a universe there, so I kind of want to go on the old idea of expanding that universe. Me not really even playing the games, me watching the Titans team I constructed actually play. So I'm really excited about that. Real excited about that. Even though, like I said, would I love to do something like that with Matt, have just a normal series with Madden 22. I just don't feel like investing my time in Madden 22. I have a good world going on in Madden 20, so I might as well just stay in Madden 20. But we're here in Madden 21 with Reggie Wilson, and you guys will never guess this. The Minnesota Vikings, get ready for this, and Reggie Wilson are close to closing the season out with the #1 seed. Who would have thought? Last year, we were lucky to get in the playoffs. I think we barely made it. And we won all the way up to the NFC Championship game where we lost to the Packers. But we have the best record in the league right now. So, my main goal for this video is to end the season. The only reason why I decided to do a video on this was because I wanted you guys to see and know what was going on. I've been playing these games. I sometimes will sit back and watch like the fourth quarter, but I'll play offense too sometimes. It's been sort of a fun series because it's not really something you can pin down. It's something I play offense. I simulate. You know, I do different things with this series. This series has been a little bit more different than my original series. Usually, when I'm in career mode, I play every snap on offense. This time, you know, I sort of sit back and watch. So we're going to do that and end the season. Of course, we have the old system with the NFL. You know, last year's system, it was 16 games. Now it's 17 games regular season. We're still in the 16-game format. So I got 2 more games to go, and we'll see if the Vikings can close the season out with the best record in the league and have the #1 seed in the playoffs. And what has Reggie Wilson and this team done since? Well, if you look at overall, we have the #2 offense in the league. We're in the top 5 defensively. We're about mid-tier as far as conversions. Mid-tier. Red zone. Mid-tier. Almost close to the top 10, but mid-tier. Penalties. We're pretty good on penalties. And we're just one in turnover differential. So that's pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good. Reggie Wilson kept the interceptions down. 8. He's down to single-digit interceptions. So that's good. 23 touchdowns. Not a massive stack of touchdowns, but I will definitely take that turnover. He's not turning the football over, which was a big problem early on in the series. Dalvin Cook's getting older, but he still rushed for 17 touchdowns. But his rush per carry is down. He's getting older. Our main back is pretty much Morgan Powers right now. Morgan Powers, superstar development, got a boost, played real well during the season and got his boost. He's been pretty good. I don't know when he also got Offensive Player of the Week 1 week. He's been pretty good. He's the new star back in Minnesota. That's pretty good. So he's having a really good season. Not a really good season, but he's more yards per carry. He's really good at catching the ball. We'll see that in a minute. Justin Jefferson, of course, is, our main guy. Our main wide receiver, already 1,000 yards, 98 overall, LSU. The big star wide receiver. Everything's looking good. The deep routes up. Spec catches up. He's living the dream right now. He is living the dream. He's living the dream. Then, of course, we got Irv Smith. Always delivers. Irv Smith with his star development. He's at 30. Always a really good tight end. Jared Rutherford is up there. He's doing pretty good. Wonder if he's got anything. Yeah, he's got star development. 29 years old, though, so he is getting older. Thought he was younger than that. Deontay Isaac. I think he's the young one that I've been talking about. Yeah, 25 years old, Indiana State, star development. So he's been good. Dalvin Cook catches out of the backfield. Still does that a little bit. Well, a lot, because he got 54 receptions. Morgan Powers, of course. Tremaine Mincy. Thought he'd be a lot bigger than he actually has been, but he's just got normal dev receiver. Not much. And defensively, Julius Mills getting it done on the picks. Shaq Jackson is pretty good with the sacks. 8.5 sacks for Danielle Hunter. I do think I do have some injuries, though. I got some injuries to report. I think we did have some really bad injuries to start the last time I played. I think we're down like really too big off. Yeah. These guys are out for the season. Danielle Hunter and Shaq Jackson, my best defensive players are out. But we're still winning, but, you wonder how long can the gravy train go on. Don't quit. We're going to find out in a minute. I don't know if I should jump in this game or play it, but I'm probably going to sim more for now. I'm going to sim these right now. I may jump in and play a little bit, but mostly I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to watch the game. And this is prime time. I'm going to let them surprise me with the uniforms. I'm not going to worry too much about uniforms. Well, I could. I might. I want us to be in our total whites for this one. In the prime time game. I want the Bears to look kind of. I want a different kind of uniform for the Bears. Yeah, I like that. I like that. We'll look at that. Okay.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
All right. I wonder if all the injuries, those two injuries to my best defenseman out. I mean, my defense has been all right, but I don't know how long this is going to last.
It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
This is Madden 21.
The sun is set in Chicago. The temps have
So you know there's
continue
no
to do so.
Justin Fields.
It's that time of year at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys.
We play in a rough division, man. Look at all that. Look at that winning record. Everybody's got a winning record, even the Lions. I mean, it's a tough division. Those injuries, man. I'm just wondering if those injuries are going to cost me.
You talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the best in the business. And nowadays,
we're going to go ahead and get into it. We'll go with the Super Sim. We're going to boost everything up. We're going to go pretty fast. I want to see. I just want to get through the action, see how we're at in the quarters. So points for the Minnesota Vikings in the first quarter. Bears tie it. There's an alert. Fourth quarter. Minnesota's up. They control the drive. We'll go to play moment.
Well, this one's getting good now. Fourth quarter, tie game. This defense looking for a huge third down stop.
I think I'll play this down right here.
Wilson now throwing on third down.
Ah!
That's going to be incomplete.
That's not good. That is not good at all. All right, 31-31. Okay, we're going to slow this down. Slow it down. And we'll just go to key line.
Yes, this is a big spot right here. We're in the pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. Gets to break off fourth quarter time. The kick by Bass is good.
Good.
The Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out here trying to do it. And the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
All right.
Bears offense making their way out.
See, with this defense is allowing a lot of points, man. I mean, I kind of knew it was going to probably happen. You can't use Danielle Hunter and a Shaq Jackson and not it affects you.
It needs 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct? But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is
Wide open in the middle of the field.
every game's important. Starting to get this time of year, maybe the importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make the plays tomorrow. Last push to get to
That Jerry Jeudy? Bears got Jerry Jeudy.
He's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Works his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On first and 10.
Come on, someone get home. Nobody. Good tackle. Good tackle.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, that's a mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Come on, we need to get off the field.
To throw on second down.
No, he's wide open.
Completes it to Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy.
Shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. And with that last play, he's now over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on first and 10.
Oh no.
Get it. To his tight end to Matt. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up
They're just going down the field too easy, man.
Well, they're not able to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Operating from the gun. Weeks.
Oh.
That's going to be caught by Jeudy. And they'll bring him down at the
Jerry Jeudy is doing to us what A.J. Brown did to the Niners tonight. What happened? Dude, what just happened?
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Bridges tries it away.
Alright, we're going to get out of this.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
We just had a
From the right hash, it's a 47
Just,
attempt.
that's hard to believe.
That's going to set him back 5.
I never had any problems with the sim. The whole time this season, I never had a problem with the sim. Never had a problem with the sim. So that's kind of disappointing. Play on all offense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Yeah, but we are up by 6.
They're able to get this to the 19, so
I'm just going to speed this up.
touchback.
Since it messed up on the sim, I'm just not going to watch it.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
That is so disappointing. Madden, boy, you gotta love it. You pay like how much money for online services so you can play the game, not have any problems. Yeah, you have problems. We'll go fast as possible. I play offense only. That way it doesn't mess up. We're gonna end up playing. I can't let this slide.
the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Right to Jefferson. Jefferson. Yes.
They'll have the first down past the 40 and get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
All right.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Irv Smith.
Catches left side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Moving the ball.
Good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing down Wilson on 1st down.
Jefferson.
Brought in by Jefferson. And past the 35.
Going right down the field.
Too shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
Got it. Oh, you dropped it, Irv.
Even today's NFL, when you think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Yeah, but Irv's pretty much Johnny on the spot. He usually catches everything I throw to him. But he's gotten older too. He is 30 now. You know how 30 is with Madden. Once you turn 30, your career is over. Right to Powers.
That's Powers.
Yep.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
We're going to go fullback dive. Soak up some of this clock.
Clinch is never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Soak up that clock as much as possible. There you go. There you go. Hold on. Hold on.
Inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
See, that's not even believable.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Yeah, we're going to be real careful about what we do.
So the Vikings in possession of football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Nice job of going through one tackle that slows momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Weird kind of formation I'm using, but I have a plan. If you get off, get it, Morgan! Touchdown, Vikings!
A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Stevie, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting.
Okay, let's see. Slow it down a little bit. Just normal. And display offense only. Make the 2-point conversion, bro. That's good. You just need to hang on. Can the defense do it? I know we're missing big pieces of our defense, but can we stop them? Jerry Jeudy again. Jerry Jeudy will not go away. We're getting close. Oh no! Game over.
Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red.
Got the victory.
Anytime you're outside the
Vikings 12-3.
Trying to draw the
All right.
and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right? Where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
All right.
So for the Vikings, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll have another rookie next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Bears, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week.
Think we're going to get the number 1 seed, fellas.
On the 49ers.
Think that number 1 seed's in the bag now.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.
So now I got the big question. What do I do with the Rams? Do I rest my players? I might do it, man. I might sit and watch the game and just play backups. We got injuries. I want us to be healthy for the playoffs. Let's see what we did. 4 touchdowns, no picks for Reggie Wilson. 23 of 36. Really didn't have the rushing today. I mean, these are really bad numbers. That's really bad numbers. Justin Jefferson ate them up, though. Over Powers, of course, that big touchdown in the last part of it. 451 for Jarrett Rutherford. Irv, top 3 passes, 1 for touchdown. 2 for 31 for Deontay Isaac. 2 for 236 for Delvin Clark. Dalvin caught a pass. He didn't catch that last pass I threw to him. Dropped it. Defensively, interception by Taylor Terry. Don't know him. Matthew Canty got a sack. Rafael Clay with a sack. Don't really know the defense too much. Sergio Mills, I know him. Don't really know the. Tyler Bass made all his kicks. Pretty good. We only punted once. So we moved the ball pretty well. Cannot complain about that. Cannot complain. That is good news. So we're 12-3. I think we can rest guys for the playoff run. So we'll just see about that. We'll go ahead and sim a week with the Ram game. We'll see if the Rams or anybody has a chance to catch us. I doubt it. I don't challenge X Factors. I don't do that. We're going to go ahead and I usually try to start training, but I'll just send it now. Because every time I try to do it, it hits a glitch. Let's see. Number 1 seed should be still secure, and it is. Niners at the 2nd spot. We'll look at overall record, see if anyone has a chance to catch us. Hopefully not. So I can rest everybody. The Packers could catch us. I mean, that's the only thing that would keep me doing it is the Packers, because that could, if we lose, that could move the Packers into the 2nd seed. Yeah, we're gonna have to play everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play everybody. I want that first seed because you get that bye, and we'll get to rest for that bye. I want the Packers coming to me. I don't want to have the Packers because the Packers, of course, they're not going to win their division. We don't win the division already. So, but that just leaves the Niners. We don't want our division. Let me see something. Did we beat the Packers twice? I think I did. We did. I think we did beat the Packers twice. I doubt it. Yeah, we beat them. Yeah, we beat them twice. We beat the Bears. How did we lose in the? We lost to the Lions once. Packers. We beat. Yep. I think we got the Division 1, guys. I think we got the Division 1. What's the Rams record? Rams are 9-6. They haven't clinched yet. So they need a win. And we're on the road. We're doing good. I'm gonna play everybody. We're just gonna play everybody anyway. I might have strike while the iron's hot. Yeah, let's go ahead and strike while the iron's hot. Let's see what we can do. We're on the road though, so it's gonna be tough. Yeah, Packers, Rams are, yeah. But we beat the Packers twice. I think that serves us good. But just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go ahead and play everybody. And, we're still hot. Let's just keep it going. Let's look at weekly awards. Yep, our guy Terry got a Defensive Player of the Week. Pretty good. We'll review year-end awards after this game. I'll go ahead and get to it. Okay, we're gonna sim, guys. We're not gonna stay too long. I just wanted to really just get in the game. Didn't want to make it a big situation. We'll go there. And pretty much I just do the CPU's uniforms. Who likes these Ram uniforms? Aren't they weird looking? Not bad, they just look weird.
Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Who the quarterback is? I know, of course, it's not Matthew Stafford. We'll find out. We're in the future, of course. I think we're close to 2030, so things are a lot different.
It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
first and goal down inside the 5-yard line.
Wait a little bit. Alright, we're close to the red zone. Need to take the lead.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
I think we should give it to Dalvin. Give it to Dalvin. Let's give it to Dalvin.
Second and goal from the 1.
He is good from here. Dalvin Cook.
They'll run for it with Cook.
Got it.
Smith this work into the end zone for a Viking
Touchdown number 18.
Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year.
20.
And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
I wonder if it'll mess up. That's why I'm kind of like, oh, I don't want it to mess up like it did the last time, so we're probably just going to do normal. And I just play offense only. You get the 2-point conversion. Vikings up 21-14. Matthew Davenport's the quarterback. Matthew Canty with the sack. 4th and 11. They're punting. Go ahead and play it.
We are in the fourth and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the 31, Wilson.
Fumble! No! Ah, you suck! Dalvin, no!
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play,
they get the touchdown. Tie game. Gonna play the moment.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Man, Dalvin, why?
On first down.
Yeah, got it.
Powers.
About the block.
So he stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
that was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is, that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On second and a couple.
Got it. Irv Smith. Wide open.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now.
Too many defenders.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that.
Come on, over pursue me. I'll make a mistake on this screen. No! Yeah. Got it. Follow it. Ah! That was a good screen.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Heck yeah. We're all good here. We are all good.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook.
Good.
Inside the 20
Yeah.
before he's brought down. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs...
He's also over 30, so...
On your horse, and I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside Gill. A 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson.
Weatherford.
From here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That was play number 7 on this drive.
Gotta go.
7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play of this football game. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Got it.
Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Vikings have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to...
Russell Wilson's first touchdown of the game, too.
Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back.
Just on
When
time.
they find it, they go to it, and it all...
Point is good. Can the defense hold? Injuries. 18. They're just going downfield. Need a stop defense, and it's just like we just can't get it. We are just not good. Just not good.
fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over.
The safety's over there, but I don't know if they can get to Jefferson quick enough.
Now Wilson. We're going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh,
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there.
the safety was over there.
Couldn't reel it in.
I'm gonna defy the coaches. This might be dumb. I probably don't need to throw the ball. But we need to do something. I'm not trying to just get out of here and go to overtime if I can help not having to go to overtime.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now, it's Wilson. He's going to let it go again.
Dude.
Almost intercepted.
Yep.
A 50-50 ball falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Yeah.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a
They're just
3rd
gonna
and 10.
go to overtime.
Wilson to throw. Now they go screen, it's complete. They'll have a 1st down, pass it forward.
Oh yeah, that's good. Got something out of that.
Now the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
Yeah.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
We're not gonna make the field goal. I'm gonna send it. I'm not gonna make the field goal. I know I'm not. Let's jump to the next play. See if I can make the field goal.
So the final seconds have tipped away in this Minnesota victory, and they were both
Yeah, they made it.
a big second half to put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that
I didn't put that in my hands. I would have missed it.
obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words.
CPU, you kick.
We have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus.
We get the win.
And maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done.
Should have slowed it down to where you guys could watch it.
So for
But we made the field goal.
final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid
13 and
13-3.
3.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Rams, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9 and 7. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gordon. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Mr. Jefferson did not have the big game. It was Irv Smith. It's usually Irv Smith or it's Justin Jefferson. You notice that defenses score a lot on us. We have to outscore defenses now. Where we used to have a defense that stopped everybody. Raphael Clay's hurt. We got more injuries. Vikings end the season at end the regular season 13 and 3. We're gonna have the top seed, and that's what I was looking for us to have the top seed. This is cool. This is really cool. 13 and 3, not too shabby. We're definitely now the number 1 seed. We're gonna see who we get to play. Who we have to play. have to play? We don't have to. I think we're. Of course, we're not going to have to play the wild card because we are the #1 seed. So, yep, we are resting up. And I'm not even going to worry about that. Three, let's see. Okay, week 16, week 17, what happened? Ramsey got it. No Vikings. 5,000 yards passing. That's a lot of yards. 28 touchdowns. Who are the teams that are playing? I wonder. Let's see that. Schedule. Let's look at just not playoff picture. It's sort of like playoff picture. Playoff schedule. Wild card, Patriots and Chiefs, Rams, 49ers, Browns, Bills, Bears, Panthers, Bengals, Titans, Green Bay, Dallas. Which, in all reality, all these teams would make the playoffs. Patriots, Chiefs, yeah. Rams, Niners, yeah, that could be playoffs. Browns, Bills. I think the Browns are kind of bad this year. I know the Panthers wouldn't make it, nor the Bears. I think both those teams would be out. Bengals and Titans, yeah. Packers and Cowboys, yeah. And row line. Let's see. We'll go ahead and send the week and see who our opponent is in the divisional round. And we'll have to play the Bears again. Of course, we beat the Bears twice in the regular season. But it is not easy. It's definitely not easy to beat a team 3 times in one season. I might do a weekly trade. I might actually try to get some boosts going in that game, so I'm not going to do it yet. But yeah, Niners eliminate the Rams. Bears eliminate the Panthers. And Green Bay eliminates Dallas. So it's down to 4 teams over here. It's down to the Packers just won't go away. And the Packers, of course, kicked us out of the playoffs last season. Over here, the Chiefs beat the Patriots. Bills beat the Browns. And the Bengals beat the Titans, so that's unfair. But, yeah. I also noticed another thing. See, all the teams in the NFC North did good. Who's the team that didn't make the playoffs? The Lions, of course. Of course, the Lions. Of course. And the Packers, where Jordan Love hammered the Cowboys. Hard to believe. This is your playoff. This is your playoff bracket. We will play the Bears. We'll look at final stats on the season, specifically Reggie Wilson. 28 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, a lot of yards. I would have loved to have got him up to 30 or 40 touchdowns, but did not happen, unfortunately. Running the ball, Downey get 1,000, but he got 18 touchdowns. Receiving, Justin Jefferson at over 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Irv Smith with 95 catches, 9 touchdowns. Pretty good season. Too many injuries to our defense. Our defense is very, very bad right now. We're allowing a lot of points because we don't have Shaq Jackson and we don't have Danielle Hunter. So we're counting on a bunch of rookies right now. Players have to step up. Our defense has slipped, though. We'll look at yearly awards. Lamar Jackson looks like he's going to be your MVP. No mention of Reggie Wilson. unfortunately. NFC Offensive Player of the Year will go to Deontay Weeks of the Bears. Daniel Jones. Reggie Wilson came in 10th. He did, so he was listed. And, you know, give me some love. I mean, yeah, we didn't throw all the touchdowns, but had a really good season. Took care of the ball. Give him some love for that. Defensive Player of the Year will go to some guy named Jake Graff from the Rams. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Colt Edwards. No Vikings. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Mario Downs. No Vikings. Best quarterback goes to Mateo Galindo for the 49ers. Jordan Love for the Packers is on the list. Reggie Wilson comes in 9th. Best running back goes to Dalvin Cook. It's pretty awesome. Pretty cool. Best wide receiver goes to Chris Godwin. Justin Jefferson comes in 3rd. Best offensive lineman, Brandon Stewart makes the list. Brian O'Neill makes the list. Best defensive lineman goes to Kenny Clark. No Vikings. Best linebacker, Jack Jackson, got injured, so he could have won it, but he got injured. Best DB goes to Byron Murphy. J. Lewis Mills makes the list. Best kicker goes to Tyler Bass. Well deserved for the Vikings. And another kicker. We have 2 kickers on this list. Wow. 2 kickers on this list. Reggie Wilson's career stats are as follows. Those a lot of picks. He has 50% picks. 236 touchdowns, been sacked 328 times. Hell of a career in his 8th season, so he's doing good. Not a Hall of Famer yet, but pretty decent career. 13-3, guys. It's a lot different. We're a number 1 seed, so we're looking good for the playoffs. But like I said, and I forgot to check this, thought we had more injuries to somebody, and I hope that's not the case. We just lost another lineman. Rafael Clay, 24 years old, will be out 2 weeks. So he'll miss the parts of the playoffs. We may pretty much have to make it to the Super Bowl for him to be there. Yep, and that's the price I paid for playing him. So he's out 2 weeks. We lose a good defensive end. So we're having multiple injuries on our defense. So defense is not going to be as good, which means that Reggie has to play out of his mind during this playoff run. And I think he has it in him to do it. Team's really rolling right now going into the playoffs, and we get that week rest. So we're good. We have the Bears coming to town. Hopefully we can take care of business. Well, guys, thanks y'all for hanging out. I know it's Christmas. You guys have a merry good Christmas, Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's, whatever. We'll get back with some more Reggie Wilson later. I'll see you guys later. Solo Dolo out.